What's going on, everybody? Today the plan is to shorten the kickstand. Since I lowered the bike with the new front end and the old one is just too long and it doesn't actually work, so I need to take off about ½ an inch to an inch. I haven't really figured out how I'm going to do it. I think I'm just going to chop it and then re-weld the original flat part of the kickstand, like the part that actually touches the ground, to the back onto the stock kickstand shaft. If that doesn't work, then at the end of the day, I saw some adjustable kickstands on eBay, so I'll just order one of those. But in the interim, let's get started. I think the best way to approach this is to just use a hacksaw. So I want it to be a clean cut instead of using a grinder. So I'll see if I can actually cut this with a hacksaw. If I can, great. If I can't, then I'll grab the grinder. So I'm pretty much just going to cut off about an inch right to where this thing on the back is welded to hold the spring into place to keep the kickstand back up. I don't want to lose that, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. So I think that's about the perfect height right there. It's just sitting on the clip that holds the spring right now. And it's still on the bike stand itself, so it's not going to fall over. So yeah, as you can tell, it's kind of sitting on that clip still. So once I weld back that piece, I think it'll be good. So what I'm going to do, now is I'm going to cut this much off of this, and I'll try to weld it back on. I think it'll be strong enough. I mean, it's pretty much what they've kind of done here on the factory welds, so it should be all right. So I cut the kickstand off. It actually is a pretty good match. I'm going to just go ahead and weld this now and see where that takes me. Also just wanted to get that tacked on, so let's try to clean this up a bit. I think touching the settings on the welder to increase the tension helps when the spool is getting low or close to almost finished. And I cranked up the voltage button on the welder as well, which definitely, as you saw, made better sparks. It seems to have melted the metal together a lot better. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like it's all one piece and actually melted the metal instead of just putting on more material. So learned something new there. Like I said, I'm not a pro at this, so I read a lot of comments and people get so pissed or whatever that craftsmanship's not that great. Yeah, I'm not a welder, I'm not a pro. This is the first time I've ever built anything, and I haven't welded anything since high school, which is like probably 15 years ago. So this is just a hobby build. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut the welder off, and I'll try to test out this kickstand and see if it works now. The bike is tilted slightly now, and the wheels turned. It's still sitting on the engine stand, and that's because I still need to kick up the bike when I work on it, so I don't want to take it out completely because I'll never get it back in since it's lowered. But it is working, so I think that kickstand will actually do just fine. And then, like I said, once I actually remove the bike stand, it should actually tilt over a lot more, just like any other bike. So the next step is try to get the headlight housing back on. So I'm just reusing the old one off, well, the one I bought anyways for this build. It looks like it'll fit on the forks, but it's obviously a lot wider than the old ones. So as you can see here, it's being stretched. So I think I'm actually gonna have to bend this just to contour a bit, like bend this back in and bend that out just so I can get that going. So what I'll do, try to bend this in the vise. I'll be back. I bent the brackets that came with the original headlight slightly just to fit the contour of these forks a little better, so I'm going to go ahead and try to attach this. So these brackets are definitely not going to work. They're too short. Even at the last notch. So that's about the thickness of the forks. Trying to get that bolt through this hole is next to impossible. So I need to make this longer. So I think I'm going to have to make my own brackets completely. Which kind of sucks. This was a pretty short video, so next time I'll have the material I need to make the brackets for the headlight. I also need some metal to attach the seat to the new subframe, and then start tackling electrical. Maybe do the battery box. I might just keep the battery in the exact same location it is for now to get the bike running, instead of spending like $400 on a new battery. And plus it'll save myself the wiring extension headaches that I need to do, because I still need to figure out the wiring on this, which is like going to be the biggest hurdle I think for me. So as soon as I get the headlight back on, then I can start figuring out the wiring for it and make sure that all works. So I still have quite a bit of work to do, but I think I'm getting there. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel a little bit. Like I said, I'm not in no rush to do this. It's just kind of a hobby for me. Don't forget to check out my website, ldwest.com. If you want to grab a holster, I left a promo code in the description below. It's unique to my channel, and I don't ever offer that kind of discount to anybody. Go ahead and take advantage of it and spread the word. It makes a great riding accessory, and it's perfect time for summer, which is just starting to kick off. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll catch you next time.